Okay, there we go. All right. So thank you so much, Saul, for being with us today. I really
Mhm.
appreciate it. So if you wouldn't mind starting out telling us a little bit about yourself and how you originally found Kate and Heart of Releasing.
Sure. I live in a small town outside of Winnipeg, Manitoba. I've done a lot of personal development work in the past and a lot of spiritual slash self-help, either from yoga to healthy eating to meditation work and different, also working with different spiritual teachers in the past. So, and then one day a friend of mine called me up and said, "Hey, I've done this course before with Kate, and she's offering a by donation the basic releasing course." And I said, "Hey," and this is just at the beginning of the pandemic last year. So when this lockdown started, and I said, "Wow, timing is perfect." I was also available and had some time and had just received word that I was supposed to do a 10-day silent Vipassana retreat. So that had been canceled too. So I said, well, this kind of like, flows into my intention. So I hopped on the Heart of Releasing train, and it was a great adventure.
Oh, that's great. So what have you found about releasing that you have found most valuable
Um,
over
I
this
think
past
it
year?
I think it allowed me to do um, some shifting in my life. So letting go of old patterns and beliefs that no longer served me, even from childhood or from my early adulthood as well. So um, also, I think one other, I mean, uh, it allowed me to stop striving so much, or or even to recognize how much I was swimming against the current and trying to force things to happen instead of just allowing and letting go and going with the flow. And so um, I also gained those tools, and also realizing to which degree we all get cluttered by our identity and ego selves, and by releasing and letting go of all that crap that doesn't serve us,
Right.
we can uncover that and uncover the authentic self that we are, and let that come forth. um, yeah, and also it's also a tool that I use when I'm feeling off. So now if I wake up in the morning, or if there's events in the day where I feel I've been doesn't feel right, or it doesn't sit well with me, or it doesn't resonate, I'll sit down, and I'll sit down with it in meditation, and do some releasing on it, and uncover what that all it was all wanting, and let go of the neediness behind it. And also I use releasing with my yoga practice. It's a great combo, especially with my yin yoga practice. If I feel that I in the evening, or if I want to do just some letting go, physical letting go, but when I add the releasing with it, oh my god, double whammy.
Oh, I
And
can
not only
imagine.
because we all these energies are trapped in the body, right? So
Mhm.
it's I find it's a great way to accelerate the process, as well as to not only emotionally let go, but also physically let go at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a great combination. What a great combination. I personally love yoga, and I think that makes a good combination with releasing. And one of the things you learn in yoga is to be able to put yourself in that moment. And if you're not in that moment, then you're not getting anything from it. So adding that releasing element really brings you into that moment. That's great.
Sure.
That is
Hmm.
great. Well, since working with Kate and Heart of Releasing, what have been your biggest gains since beginning to release with her?
Um, when we, changed our calendar from 2020 to 2021, I spent some time reflecting on the past year. And I think the one word that really came up for me was surrender. And there was, just surrendered, just letting go, and just allowing, no longer striving as much and needing for things to be different. And I think I'm in a place where I can really appreciate my life as it is. It doesn't need to be, just letting go of my ideas of what success is, or what a perfect life is, and really, and in doing so, amazing things have been coming into my life as well, because I I no longer live within hard expectations, with tight fisted that it needs to look a certain way. Um, just an example, like I had in the love of your life course. Um, I had kind of like already in the past, uh, somewhat decided that I was no longer seeking a long-term relationship. It wasn't a need for me. But then at the same time, so I let go of that expectation, but I also, in that course, worked on allowing more love in my life, without having a definite picture of what that should look like, or what the person should be like, and how amazing it would be, and the things we do together. And but in doing that, I mean, I've definitely sensed a lot more love in different ways come into my life, either through new friendships and new community. And I can also say that I have a wonderful partner now, which I had uh, manifested a few months back, and it's just super amazing.
Oh, that is, congratulations. What a gain. What a
Yeah,
gain. I'm sure your partner is just an addition to your life that you,
totally.
yeah. Yeah.
Um, Also, my business wise, 2020 was really rough, and it still is today.
Hmm.
So my business is somewhat on hold. Um, I could have fought to try to make things work and work differently, and it just felt so heavy. And so I was able to release on that, and release on how money could come into my life. And so I design handbags, and so this is my company that had, is kind of like on slow mode right now. People aren't going out, so there's no need for fashion handbags, right? Less so.
Right.
But in letting go, I was open to receiving new possibilities. I got two contracts working in film last fall, on sets, and also another contract working at my local museum, which is just a block away, which is right up
Wow.
my alley as well. So yeah, just allowing, just simply allowing things to come and go, and as much going as allowing things to come in as well. So
Yeah.
um, and also right after the art of money course and manifesting, I remember one day I went to the post office and opened my mailbox, and there was 5 checks waiting for me that day.
Oh my
I've never had
gosh.
5 checks in the mail before, but that was amazing.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And during the fall, when everything was starting to really come to fruition and things were really starting to tighten up around the world, I'm
Yeah.
sure that was such an amazing opportunity to hit.
Mhm.
Wow, that's great. Now, how has your life changed in the last several months since you've had those gains and you've had that opportunity? I mean, obviously, your partner is a big part of your life now, and 2021 is upon us. How do you see your life um, being in the next
Um,
year with releasing?
personally, I don't. It sounds like, mm, I I'm craving more simplicity in my life, more true living, more real gardening and real food, and real friends and more authentic and smaller but bigger in that way. Really, really smell the coffee, not just take it for granted. And so there's definitely more of that right now, and I'm craving more of that as well. So
Yeah.
yeah,
More of less.
more of less. Yeah, if
More of
that makes
less.
any sense.
It does. No, it
Because
absolutely does.
I mean, it's I've had lots in my life, and I'm realizing that true joy and happiness is not necessary in the having of things or titles or success, but it's more in the smaller stuff in life, the real stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Well, that's all I have, Saul. Is there anything else that you wanted to share with us or give us any insight on? Awesome. Well, I
No,
appreciate
just
your
want to say,
time. Thank
I just want to
you.
give Kate a big hug because I know she'll probably going to
Yes.
listen to this. So,
Yes, she absolutely will.
all
She
right.
absolutely will. I'm going to stop recording really quick. There we go. Cool.